what I'm saying.
My suggestion is people listen to our last episode, our interview with him, which I thought was great, and then rewatch the fight because you get like a little insight from you saying what he yelled at him. I didn't catch that at the time.
Al.
It's unbelievable.
Same
So good.
Al.
He should make same Al t-shirts.
I was just thinking that exactly right now with that picture of him yelling at him and Kevin giving him a smile. Just never knows.
I think
really
Kevin
what to
appreciated. I do in a way think Kevin understood why he was yelling that. And
Kevin put something up on Instagram too, because Khabib put something up there towards him. You know that
Towards
something
Al.
nice.
No, he's nice towards Al. Do you see what he wrote to Do you see what he wrote to
Kevin Lee?
Kevin
No.
Lee? Why don't you read what he wrote to Kevin
Yeah, let me
Lee
find
and then
that
read
inside.
Kevin Lee's response?
I didn't read
All right.
it.
Because it's about being humble.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Khabib put it on Instagram also?
Yes. I think it's either Instagram or Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, but I've seen it in one of those things where he said something.
All right. Let's see what I can find here.
He's basically telling him the keys to be humble because,
Right.
That's why I think. See, that's why I believe, real recognize real. Like Khabib, and he's been in there with him. He respects. He knows what Al's about. Like, you know what I mean? He's felt it. You can't put, and people chalk that up to Khabib not having his best night or his stand up is exposed. Then he goes out and he floors Conor with a right hand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's always
I'm glad Al's getting his due. I really am. It's even bigger than just the one fight. It's like, all right, he's starting to get the respect that it's long overdue.
Yeah.
Because look what he's done. Even when he fought Jorge Masvidal, that was a long time ago, and that was when he said "F you" to the crowd. And you start to see why now. No, he's not a punk that's just upset about the people booing him. He gives his heart and soul. So when you're booing him, it's like, hey man, if that would have went the other way, you shouldn't be booing this guy at all. This guy's going forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I truly hate that when the crowd
So it's
boos
like
fighters.
this guy's going forward. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's part of the reason why I think people are loving him now.
For
It's
sure.
Because now they're like, all right, this guy's just real. There's not even any bullshit here at all.
No.
You know?
Well, that's what's interesting about the fight game like that. A guy like Khabib and Al, who normally would have nothing to do with each other, now they have this kind of like mutual respect, and
100%.
it's sort of in a weird way Conor and Nate too. It's like these guys
Yeah.
that shouldn't have anything to do with each other, they're connected now.
What did he say on Instagram?
Khabib said on Twitter, he said, "Stay humble, Kevin Lee. Humble is the key." And then
Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee posted a picture.
Could you put the picture up there so he sees what we're looking at?
But let me just read it. So he goes, "I beat racism, the system, poverty, and everybody that want to see me lose for no reason. Fuck being humble."
Hey, you want to say something first, Jimmy?
The whole humility thing. Fighting is not a humble sport.
Right.
You're walking in there to beat the fuck out of another guy. That's not a humble. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I love it. I admire what you guys do. But it's not a humble thing. You're walking in there and you're punching another guy in the face and you're submitting him. You are breaking his will. You're strangling him. That's a competition, I know, but that's not an act of humility. So just because one guy talks shit, like this is who Kevin Lee is.
Yes.
So he's supposed to pretend that he's not that guy because that is what we learned in 1975 watching movies about karate. Like a mixed martial arts, I don't think has to be a quote unquote quiet person.
I agree.
I don't think you're less of a mixed martial artist or less of a decent fighter or a decent person because you talk shit. That's who you are. Maybe that's how you survived in the fucking when you grew up.
I agree with you.
I agree and disagree with one thing as far as it not being a humble sport. I believe what Khabib meant is how you carry yourself.
Sure.
But I mean, that's what Khabib meant. I mean, Khabib's not humble in the cage. He's beating the shit out of then he'll talk some shit. That's the place he's saying to do it. I understand there's a character clash there.
Yeah.
But I don't like, the whole race card thing because what does that have to do? I understand you overcame shit. Life. There's a lot of people have to overcome stuff in life, whether it's whatever. Everybody's got hard shit. But I do like, people hate him dancing to the cage and they don't like, I think this sport's made up of different characters.
Sure.
And I like it. I don't want him I want him to dance to the cage again. I fucking enjoy it. If Al tried to dance to the cage, I wouldn't like that at all. It's not Al.
It wouldn't be him.
It wouldn't be him. But like you said, Jimmy, and this is where I totally agree with you, that's Kevin Lee. And it's not like he dances to the cage and can't fight. He got bested. He got bested by Al.
Sure.
But he dances to he'll be smiling, singing to the cage, go in there and he beat the crap out of Edson Barboza. I'm resisting it.
Yeah, don't do it. That was stuck in my head for the
I'm
last
not
2
doing it. I'm not going to do it. But goddamn, do I love that song. But so I mean, he's a bad motherfucker, dude. He mounted Tony Ferguson, and he did it being cocky. But I mean, look, man, that's who he is. I'm with you, and for that, I don't want the guy to change. But when you do talk that shit, if you win, hey man, look at that guy. I mean, he did it. He said he's gonna do it, and he's talking all this shit. But if you do lose and you talk that shit, you gotta expect to get some shit. Because hey man, like I don't blame Al. Like Al didn't say shit leading up to it. And he got poked and prodded, and hey, he said you're going to the prelims. Oh man, that's not nice. I don't want that for him. And you know what I mean?
Sure.
Al just concentrated on kicking this dude's ass.
Well, it's different too because those guys just fought. Like after a fight, of course. But I mean, humility. If you ask Khabib, what are you going to do? He'd say, I'm going to strangle him. I'm going to win the fight. So you're just saying it quieter than Kevin Lee is saying it. You're just saying, and this is to any fighter who's quiet. Some guys will go, hey, look, whatever happens, it's going to be a good fight. Sure, there is that, but almost every guy, if you go, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to win.
Yeah, but Jimmy, there's a difference between that and saying you're going to embarrass everybody in front of millions of people and send you back to the prelims. Yeah. That's different.
Yeah, but
that's selling. That's selling the fight. I understand.
Khabib has said a number of times, I'll go in there, I'm going to break him, I'm going to punish him.
I'll fight.
That's shit talking a little.
It is shit talking.
But it is quieter. You're right.
It's just quieter.
Again, I mean, could you picture Khabib saying, I mean, no, he could say, I mean, if he's been disrespected to Conor and this and that, I understand it. I want Kevin. Listen, Kevin Lee is 26 years old.
Yep.
And look at all he's accomplished. I was 26 getting knocked out by Shawnee Carter. I mean, this dude is ahead of the game. So, I mean, Al's 31. In 5 years, Kevin Lee could be a totally different fighter.
Yeah.
And so I mean, Al's matured. Al's in his prime, man. In his prime everywhere. And damn, he's a bad motherfucker. I love it. But Kevin, this guy's got the world by the nuts. So you want to stay cocky, dude? Stay cocky. I'm gonna be watching him fight.
Sure.
You tell me Kevin Lee's on a card, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Let's see what's up.
He's only outward. He's only more outwardly cocky. He's not more inwardly cocky than any other fighter. Because every other fighter, you have to, I'm sure, to walk in there and fight somebody, know you're going to beat the fuck out. Like, you have to.
Right.
And first of all,
he's just outwardly cocky.
But first of all, as a person, he's not a bad guy.
He's a great guy.
We've dealt with him in person.
Yeah.
And every time I see, he's got a personality.
Sure.
He's got, you know what I mean? Kevin Lee's good for the sport.
Right. Well, and I think people think. I'm sorry, Matt. I think people think that he's like that probably all the time. But right, we've hung out with him a little bit backstage before the podcast.
He's a very nice guy.
He's not like yelling at us. You know what I mean? He's
and Anderson Silva. I mean, are people going to say
the fuck's going to yell at us though, Chris the producer?
That's true. I could.
Me, you, and Jimmy.
The crowd wouldn't yell. They didn't know we were broadcasting. Why would they yell? They're just like two guys up there we can't hear. By the way, Anderson Silva, one of my favorite fighters of all time. He's humble. I mean, he would taunt guys in the fucking ring.
Oh, yeah.
He would mock them. It eventually cost him his title. But I mean, like, where was his humility? He would duck and ride, try to make a fucking asshole out of you. Again, it was in the cage, but that was his style. To me, again, it's only outward stuff. Because I think most fighters, maybe they're different personalities, but when you're going in there to fucking punch somebody in the face, like Nate Diaz, he's cocky. He's fucking, you know what I mean? He's arrogant. He talks shit, but he's no different than any other guy who just doesn't say it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. And also, you're talking about a loss in Kevin Lee to a guy who legitimately could be a champion. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, Al has the ability to get himself into that title fight and potentially win a title. So it's not like he lost to just some random person. He lost to a legit contender,
I think what says the most about a guy's humility is what they say when they lose. That was why I really liked Conor after his losses.
Yep.
More than his wins, because he'll like, first of all, he faces the press. He doesn't run away and hide. I like Ronda so much as a person, but I never liked that she wouldn't talk after a loss.
Not a good loser.
No, and I don't like that particular quality. But Conor, I remember he was talking to Ariel one time, and he was like, "Hey, he's the better man tonight. He won the fight." Like he was very real about it, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I like this guy."
Yeah, but that Ronda could pick him because I like that Travis. He's a good. I like him.
Yeah.
I'm always happy to see Travis Brown.
I like Ronda as well. Like I've interviewed her before. I like her very much. I think she's very sweet. She cries a lot. She's a very sensitive person. If you saw the fucking video with her goat dying, she's a very sensitive person.
Right.
But I mean, like I like that. To me, like they're arrogant and cocky, and yet all of a sudden there he is giving an interview, going, "Hey, he was the better guy than I was."
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Conor's really set a good example for that. I mean, and he's not the only one to do that. Dominic Cruz famously had a great after he lost the title, he came out and talked for 40 minutes to the press.
Yeah.
But these guys set the example of you talk the shit.
How old is Conor now? 29.
Nah,
He
he's
might be
31,
30.
I think. Yeah, let me see.
By the way, good fight announced.
Oh shit! What?
Jeremy Stevens against Zabit Magomed.
Is that true?
Yes,
sir.
That is 235 in Vegas.
I'm hitting the applause button for that.
Connor's 30 though.
Why did they cancel 233?
Fucking big, man.
Where was that?
That was supposed to be in Anaheim, I think.
What was the main
Can you
event?
get
supposed
that
to be?
picture off now? I feel like Kevin's got doing
sure.
gang signs towards me.
What was the main event supposed to be?
The main event was supposed to be, I think,
There you go.
Cejudo versus Dillashaw.
They moved to Brooklyn.
They moved that to Brooklyn.
Ooh, I'm gonna
That's
make
the
it.
ESPN Plus One first card. So Dana was like, we've done that before. They moved the Cain Velasquez, Dos Santos to the first Fox card. So they were moving fights around.
They think are going to be good fights.
Yeah, and I guess they couldn't find a replacement they were comfortable with, so they just
So
postponed.
Is there going to be a 233?
So the statement was that it was worded as postponed, but 234 is still intact. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but they'll figure it out. I don't know.
I guess they will.
Yeah, maybe they'll go back. They'll just go to 234, then go to 233, then go to 235. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Or just change it. But they probably have all the stuff made up.
Right.
Hey, give me some other fucking gossip. Don't let me.
Well, what do you think? I mean, Jeremy
I
Stevens the beat. I mean, what do we think about
Oh
that
shit!
fight?
Hey, what do you think about that?
I think they're going
That's
to
gonna be. That's
fight.
not a main event, is it?
I don't think that's going to be the main event. No.
That's wild, man. And Jeremy's coming off that loss. No, he came back since then.
No.
No,
The
last
Aldo loss was
That's
the last.
right. Body
last fight.
blow. That's right.
Oof. Yeah.
Well, listen, man. That is great. That's great matchmaking right there.
That
Yes.
really is.
I want to see that. That's a great test. Hey, man. That's wild. That's a beat. That's going to say, all right, man, you're the real deal or not. Here we go. There's your test.
I was going to say,
Hell of a
right.
test, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy's no joke, and you know he's going to want to make this. Jeremy's smart because this is a great way if he takes out Zabit, and Zabit's got a lot of hype on him.
Even though he's 14 and Jeremy 6,
Yeah.
rank wise.
What'd you think, age wise?
That's a good point.
I think they should allow fights like that. Children fighting.
Jimmy's so funny.
No, you're right. But I'm saying, like, you're saying that it would be a big thing for Jeremy. You're right, even though he's ranked a lot higher than Zabit.
Yeah, well, in name, I think people are real high on Zabit and see him as a guy that could be a future champion.
Yes.
Whereas Stevens has had a few obviously he's an elite fighter, but he's had a couple of setbacks. This is a real interesting
true.
fight for both of them. My early thought
Is
is
Zabit undefeated?
is Stevens, but
Is Zabit undefeated?
we'll have to see if we get closer. I'll double check.
Is he
but
like
I'm
11 or
pretty sure
12 and 0 or
Zabit's-
something?
Yeah.
I don't remember. We don't have all the. I still keep. Why did I bring a laptop in? I'm such a fucko.
Laptop. Listen,
Zabit's 16-1. He
I'm
was
excited.
submitted back in 2013.
By who?
Igor
Zabat?
Egorov. Nobody
Was
there.
it UFC or no?
No, this is back
Zabit
in
lost to
Russia.
Zabat. All right, what else we got? Give me some more gossip. Yes, that fight's gonna be awesome. And do we know when that is?
Yes.
Yeah, that's UFC 235, Saturday, March 2nd from
March
Las Vegas,
2nd.
Nevada.
All right. Before you know it, spring's coming.